Hey guys, back with you again. World Tech CEO, can you hack it? PC Hero World. Okay, what we're gonna do today is a lot of guys been asking me, friends, family members, everybody, what's that new Windows 8 look like and can I install it myself, like Windows 7? So I thought, okay, let me just make another video for them, post it up on there so they could see that yes, you don't have to be a tech to install Windows 8, although it's a little harder to use than Windows 7, but once you get used to it, it's sweet. So let's see, you know what, I'm just going to take this laptop right here, wipe it from scratch, and install a fresh copy of Windows 8. First thing you do once you get the disk in there, turn that machine on and start it up. You gotta know what your prompt is to boot from disk. Some systems you can go into startup and set it to boot from disk, or you could just look at the configure for this Acer 7740. Boot from disk would be F12s. So once you get it started up, you select F12, and then you'll get that action boot from CD. Clip that, follow the instructions, and let's see what happens. F12 once it's starting up. I think I got the option to boot from disk already on this one. I don't think I set it back from the last one, because you can or you cannot. You don't have to. It's really up to you. Okay. Give it a minute here, guys. Reading this disk. Windows 8. Well, most of them, started fresh, but as you know, this computer is old faithful, and I had it there for a while. Tried everything on it, so I guess the drives might take a little while. Okay, anything to boot, so you just press that button. Why you see that option is because it was set to boot from CD already, so I didn't have to press the F12. But normally once you restart it, if you don't see that come up, you just restart it again and press the F12, and you will get the option to boot from this, boot from CD. You just put it down to boot from CD, DVD, and you'll get this loading screen like I'm getting here now. Now, just like Windows 7 takes a little while, about half hour or so, this one takes about the same. Loading the files and everything. I don't know if it's way better, but it's manageable once you get the hang of it. Okay, and here we go again. Okay, 5 as usual, but we'll fix this up. What it's asking for here is like, okay, the language to install, the time and current format, keyboard, mouse input, I just put English UK because, it doesn't really matter, United States, UK, it's the same. And you click that, and then you're gonna go to install. Now the thing is, what you're gonna do is you're making a fresh copy because, there's no upgrade as far as I know right now from Windows 7 to Windows 8. You'd have to like wipe it and give it a fresh copy. Okay. You probably won't see this option on yours, but this option is kind of on mine because I have a special version. It gives you different Windows 8 versions. And what I'm going to install with this one is the Windows Pro with Media Center. Okay. And This is a 64-bit computer. As I said in the last Windows 7 video, you got to know if your computer is 32-bit or 64-bit. That's very important, because you cannot install a 32-bit operating system on a 64-bit computer. It won't even go, and vice versa. So you make sure you check your system information before you even get there, and then you'll know which one to select. And then after you select that, you click that next. Calculate, and then we'll go through it. And you have that always the licensing agreement, which you have to accept to go through. You go through there. Now here, there's two things on this part. I don't know if you can see it or not. This is the upgrade. Upgrade and the custom install. Now, like I said, you have Windows 7 on your machine, and you try to click that upgrade. Yeah, it's gonna read it, and then it's gonna tell you that you can't. Unless I don't know about any versions after that they make that might be able. But what you do here, you go to the bottom one that says custom. And what I'm gonna do here is I have, I separated my hard drives here. Well, for this one, I'm just going to put them all back together. And how you do that is go to advanced and just delete all of them, the partitions. Once you delete all the partitions, they'll form back to one. Then you format that, and there you go. And it's very important that you format. I think I'll have to make a different video if people wanted to put two operating systems on, because you can. You could have split your drive and then install one version on one partition and another on the other partition. That's something I think a lot of people want to get into. But for this installation, I'll just do that. So what I do after I finished everything there, deleted all the partitions. There's one left. I'll click new, then apply. Okay. Okay, then you have that. After you click new and apply, you can just go ahead and press next. But what I like to do, just to make sure, is a quick format, because it doesn't take any time. You just click format. Okay. Run 2, 3, 4. There you go. 10 seconds, 5 seconds, formatted. It's safer that way, Then you go next. Once you go next, you're back on the screen that you've seen before on the Windows or the Windows 7, which it is going to expand the file, install basic components. Almost there, 94%, 95%. And what it's doing, getting the files ready for installation. Then it'll install the features, install the updates. Then it goes to a finishing process. And yeah, this is a whole new Windows. You'll see once we get to the startup screen. It's going to be great for touch-based products. Such as your apps, because there is a Windows 8. I think there's a version on there for the Android. Very cheap too. I think it's $2. You can just download the app and it'll install it. I never tried it yet, but I will. I'll let y'all know how it is. Okay, see here, we're going to restarting now. Thing finishing up. Well, the first stage finishing up. Now, this is very important. A lot of people do this. And, I always try to tell them not to. When it restarts, you'll see the same thing on the top again. Press anything. Do not press it the second time. Let it restart on its own. Because if you press it the second time, it's going to start that whole process over again. And you don't want to do that. Trying to see if I could fit everything in there, but I think I put the stand too close. This camera zoom is crazy. Sometimes it's far away and it's like super close now. Well, basically, we'll fix it up. We'll fix the video up because we're going to get devices ready all the way to 100%. It's getting ready. Depending on the speed of your machine, those functions will be quicker, slower, or, this is fairly, this is 4 gig of memory. And the processor is Intel Core i3. So, it's a fairly good system. But everybody should remember out there, minimum requirements, to really get this operating system moving good is 2 gigabytes. If you have less than 2 gigabytes, don't even think about the Windows 8 because everything will drag and it'll be a total drag to have, and you don't want that. Once you put a operating system on your machine, you want to see the worth of it, and you want to make sure that everything going the way it should. As you can see, it restarted again. After every device is ready, then it'll start up this time, and it'll need your help to configure now. So we're done with the installation stage, and we're on with the configuring. You see these blinking on and blink. That's action being done in the background program.